Hey followers, it has been a while since we did a tutorial, and today I thought we would do an interesting mashup. It was recently Star Wars Day, or May the 4th be with you, and what you might not know is the next day, April the 5th, is what we call Dave Brubeck Day in the jazz circles. And why do we call it that? Dave Brubeck had an amazing hit called Take 5, and it wasn't in normal 4/4 time, it was actually in 5/4 time. It was in the key of E minor, and it sounded like this. Jazz classic. It sold tons. It was very popular, but not many people had written songs in meter of 5. So 5 is kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of a long, short, short, long, short, short. So we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, long, short, short, long, short, short. So that's a good chunk of what Take 5 is. There's all sorts of other improvisational things that happen. But the Imperial March is one of my favorite songs that John Williams composed, and it's in G minor, but it's in 4. And it starts kind of similar. Actually, it's... So if you were to take the rhythm of Take 5 and put that into the Imperial March theme, it would sound like this. Let's take that E flat minor and introduce that to the 5 and see how that sounds. So it would sound like this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I like to do is we're going to do a really basic version, single notes in the left hand, single notes in the right hand of the melody and the bass line of this mashup. So I'm going to go slow. So the melody is... So one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tricky. There's a lot of weird chord changes happening, and we got to keep that 5 meter going. So one more time, really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's kind of weird, but practice it a lot. We'll do it even slower now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So that's a little slower. So I'm going to play the bass line along with that now. Basically, you're just matching the chord changes from the left hand with the melody in the right hand. So we're going... I'll play both hands together, but I'm going to go slow. So it's... Mashup of Take 5 with the Imperial March theme by John Williams. So John Williams and Dave Brubeck are coming together here today. I don't know if anyone's done this before, but it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. So we're going to do octaves now for the intermediate users. So the left hand, I like to do octaves because it provides a very solid foundation. And then with the right hand, we're going to play the melody in octaves as well. So the simple level is one note in the left hand, one note in the right. Now we're going to do two notes left hand, two notes in the right, and then we're going to do something fancier after that. So octaves in the left would be like this. Octaves in the right would be up here. So let's try this. So melody in octaves. Let's do it again, but we'll do it even slower. So that's fun. So we got the meter of take 5 and the kind of the groove of that, and we've got the chords and the melody from the Imperial March theme all put together. Now we can't really enjoy the harmonic richness of this unless we introduce the other chord tones. So when you're just playing octaves, the only time the chord tones happen is when you're passing through them. So what I like to do is I like to put the melody at the top of the chord. So we're now going to change from intermediate level is octaves in the left hand, octaves in the right. Now we're going to bump up the right hand by adding chord tones to the right hand. We're not going to add chord tones to the left, but we are going to do a couple fancy transitions in the left. You know how I feel about transitions. I like moving from one note to another with interest, different ways to get there, fun things like that. So we're going to now add chord tones to our melody, and the chord tones, I like to keep them in the middle of the chord, and the melody I like to keep on the outside. So the bottom and the top should be hammering home that theme that John Williams wrote, and then we have the notes in the middle that will hit home the chords that are actually happening. So for example, if we played we could actually have a major chord there because we don't know. It could be ridiculous, but we don't know unless the other chord's there, but it's minor. So on the right hand, we've got the octave melody, but we're going to add the D and the B flat now. And then when we go down to the E flat minor, so we're going to take that E flat minor chord, we're going to jump up. And arpeggios in your piano lessons came in really handy. So when you can take a chord and invert it quickly, we have right? So the melody's on top. Now we're going to go up the inversion of G minor. Okay. We're going to borrow from E flat major here. And now we're going to go up the octave on the G minor, so it's going to be. And I like. See how those chord tones are staying the same in the middle? And we're going to move to C sharp minor here. But keep those middle tones the same and just change the outside. And then we have. crunchy. It's the C sharp minor. And then we go to E flat minor again. Okay, get that? Then back to, we're going to use E flat major again here coming up, so it's, and then jump the octave, G minor, C sharp minor again. So we're basically, let's leave the left hand out of it for a second. We're just going to practice the melody with the right hand and the chord tones in the middle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Practice to get all that right. So we'll do it really slowly this time, and then I'm going to show you some fancy stuff in the left hand. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Octave jump. Flat major borrow here, G minor, cut back down to C sharp minor, now remember, we not only need to worry about the chord tones in the middle, but we got to keep that 5 meter going, and that's the tricky bit. Because regularly it's 1, 2, 3, da 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 da. But now we have to do da 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 da. So you're adding an extra quarter note, and you have to adjust the melody some way so that it fits the new meter. So let's take a look at the left hand again. I've got some cool parts in the left hand. This is for really advanced users. But if you're really bored and you've got all the other stuff down pat, you can go ahead and tackle this. I like to have a left hand. You can actually do kind of like a ragtime sort of thing in here. We'll do a bit of that, but not like hyperactive, super fast stride or anything. So going back to the Dave Brubeck feel, that so what you can do with the left hand here is you can, pardon the band-aid again, but riff I'm going to put in here, it's kind of cool. And then just a second. So we're going to put the right hand in here, and you can slow this down on YouTube, you can put half speed if you want to. So the tricky bit is making the left hand interesting. Instead of just octaves sitting there, we can make them bounce around and make it be a little more interesting. Octaves are cool, but we want to get that kind of ragtime thing happening in here. So and here I got a riff in the left hand right I worked out. It's kind of tricky, so it's, and then the right hand you're doing. So I'm going to do it really slowly because it's a little complicated. So it's kind of a minor slash arpeggio in C sharp minor. So it's. Because the Dave Brubeck piece is actually kind of swung, I like to swing this a little bit so it's makes it a little more interesting. So we've got octaves, we've got movement in the chord in the left hand, and then we're going to come down the E flat minor. Walk down here from the G to the E flat. So let's start from the beginning again. So it's. Octaves in the right hand all the time. It's a lot of work, but if you keep the melody on top, you can add those chords. So let's do it really slowly one more time again. So I got a couple riffs in the left hand to make the left hand a little more interesting. So I'll try and play it up to speed here. It takes a lot of practice to get it going fast. So it's slow it down again. Mouthful. That's fine. One more time. So there you go, there's a tutorial on mashing up Take 5 by Dave Brubeck and the Imperial March theme by John Williams. So I hope you enjoyed that mashup. If you want to hear more different mashups or tutorials, feel free to put it in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for hanging out with me today. We'll see you next time.